So guys, something very crazy stuff happens, and last night I think a lot of about the Earth and this holographic stuffs and how it functions. You know, that is a 3D world. You know, it's like this. Bam. It's a cube. So why I tell you this is, okay, the Earth has some flat things, or goes a little bit like this, and today I don't think that we have a cell. There's no cell there. It's only this kind of cube. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen me good what I will tell you now. We have two objects. The first one is the moon. The second one is the sun. The point is, for 2000 years or 20,000 years, the people say the moon was so near. And I think about, okay, when the moon was brighter and nearer to the world, I'm really sure that the moon is something like this. That means that what I know is that the eyes of the humans are like crystals, when your tears drop, it's like salt, yeah. That means your eyes are a crystal. And every time when there are two eyes of the humans, yeah, looking to the moon, something happened. You see what happened? When you straight looking on some person's face and you are in the front of him, so you can look only to one eyes. You don't can look in two eyes together. That means that you every time look from two eyes to one eye, from two eyes to this eyes, and when you look to two eyes, to the two eyes from you must to that look to them and to them. The point is, as far as he is, as more you see what happens, as more your two eyes can fix the point. And when this is the moon, and the people when they look to the moon, they're looking from this side. And from it physically to create some, let me say, like the Eskimos. The Eskimos have this house, this ice house. They built this from ice and kind of stuff. Only ice. The point is that it's round. And here you can, let me say, hold positive energy. And also negative energy. What you do in your home is that what is drop up here, and the energy goes up and hold here while it's round. A normal house who's like built like this have a lot of points where the energy can go out. Crossing points where the energy can go out. Here the energy goes out. Like it when it's warm. The isolation of the house in the near of the windows becomes bad, when the isolation is not good. So it becomes like when some wind comes, some wind who takes all that energy with, like HARP or something like EMP waves or microwave attack or some chemtrail stuff, and like that and all the energy goes. But when the wind comes here, they take it all with it. But when the wind comes here, the wind goes up over them. The energy hold there, the positive energy. And that's the same what they do with the moon, The people, they look in there and give them the energy, Why you have here something flat in. And it's like flying stuff, and flies on. And the sun is the same way, man. The sun is the same way. That means the people believe for 2,000 years in the moon and in the sun. Like the goddess, moon is my god, or the Saturn is my god. The Saturn is my god, or the sun is my god. And they give over the eyes, over the, it's higher than everything, you know. And it's also like a couple like this one. And here the energies comes there, or thousands of years, they make here the energy of the generations. And so they begin to make war in Iraq, 5,000 meters high, and then up to, down to Iraq, and then to Syria. Look like a step. And what they do in the war, they make explosions, negative floated energy, and that goes again here in, and it holds there. You know, I will tell you something. You see that tree? Some people say, we live in the time for my grandfather, and I smell and I take the same air as he. You know, here, when you cut it, it becomes rings. You know? And every ring give them dates. That means 100 years, 110, 90 years, 80 years, 70 years, 60 years, 50 years. How old is the tree, you know? So old it's his skin. And every year you can smell it's the air, you know. They taste that, they take some stuff out and look at that stuff and say, okay, CO2 was in this times 5%, and stick stuff and something, you know. You smell the same air as your grandfathers over the trees. And it's a system made by one and destroyed by one, by them Illuminatis, you know, by them goddesses of Saturn and Satan and the moon and the sun. And we are living here on this kind of cubing stuff, you know. Thank guys.